What's up, you guys? It's your favorite cutie, Mel, back again on my Soapbox channel to give you guys yet another video. And it's nighttime, so that's why I decided I'm not going to do makeup. I'm not going to put on my lashes because it's not necessary, but I do have on my night oil. So of course I look very shiny right now because I have my ring light and then I have my two other lights on the side. So yes, very shiny. Anyways, today I wanted to talk to you guys about a topic that I've been thinking about lately. So I know on this channel we talk a lot about, before I get into that, make sure to give me a thumbs up on this video for my consistency, trying to keep it coming for you guys as we're on the road to 1,000 subscribers, which is super exciting. Thank you to everyone who subscribed so far. Make sure to also turn on that bell notification to see my posts, so you guys won't miss out on any of the fun. I like to keep at least 3 or 4 uploads up a week, so you know, just join the family. Anyways, I don't know what I'm gonna name this video, but I just want to talk to you guys about friendships, like associates, and all those different things and things to look out for. I want to start off on a high note by saying that I am very thankful that I have a couple of friends, childhood friends at that live here in my same state, which is amazing because I don't live in my hometown, which is why I said that. But I do have some very good friends, and I just want to pay homage to them first and say that yes, I do have some really good friends out there, and I do recognize that, you know, I'm blessed to have such. But I just want to talk about some things to look out for when it comes to friendship. So first thing I want to say is I think that we should all take it a little bit slower when it comes to calling people our friends. I feel like it's okay on a surface level if you just want to simplify it and say you're introducing someone that you're hanging out with that you just met, and be like, oh hi, this is my friend so and so. But you know, I think that we don't give people enough time to earn our trust. So I would suggest that. And another thing is, before you call somebody a friend, I think it's very important to give it time, because you want to see who's going to show up for you. During this quarantine, I'm shooting this during the quarantine still, and before I've told you guys, and I mentioned how, you know, my finances and stuff have gotten better because, you know, I really have had to take a step back and see where I was giving all of my energy, you know, and energy is money. So it's just like, how you treat your energy is how you treat your money. If you're always giving your energy away, you're probably always giving your money away. And I just really have learned the value of really saying to myself more, yeah, saving things for myself, saving my energy for myself, saving my money for myself, and the things that are important to me, instead of just being so quick to spend and give to this company or this person's class, or this supporting this person on that. You know, learning the value of really knowing my worth and knowing that my energy does not need to go everywhere. So that being said, I also feel that way about friends and associates. Before, I was always so quick and so open, you know, to give my energy away when it came to, you know, if someone wanted to hang out with me, even if I barely knew them. Like, I was always so willing to, you know, give people a chance and stuff like that and hang out, which is fine. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I think that I've gotten a lot more selective. First of all, because we're in a quarantine, I can't be hanging out with everybody. Really not hanging out with anyone unless it's necessary. But I think going forward still, I'm going to continue this energy of discernment and giving my energy to people that I feel like are deserving, people that I feel like are going to show up for me or have shown me that they will show up for me. And just going to be overall reciprocal energy, you know. I have noticed that I've been thinking a lot about how in the past couple of days it was just like, wow, I just remember when you're in the mix and life is going, and you know, we're doing this and we're doing that, you get so mixed up in everything, and everything's always coming and going, you know, in life. The hustle and bustle of life, it kind of clouds your judgment a little bit about, like, maybe you're not really seeing everything for what it is. And I feel like a lot of people that I was giving my energy to, didn't deserve it. There were certain friends that, and I'm not saying this because it doesn't have to be a tit for tat thing, but you do start to notice when there's an imbalance. And I was already beginning, even before quarantine, to understand that, okay, you need to know when to pull back, because if someone isn't, you know, reciprocating, either they're not able to at that time for whatever reason, good or bad or indifferent, or, you know, they just don't want to, you know, and that's okay. But I need to make sure that for my sake and for my energy, you know, that I'm pulling back and not over giving to people who are undeserving, or just showing that, you know, maybe my friendship isn't that valuable to them, or whatever the case might be, you know. Same thing applies in dating and stuff like that. But I was noticing, like, dang, there were so many people that I was hanging around consistently, making time for, supporting. Like, I have a lot of friends who do a lot of things, so there's one artist friend that I can think of in particular. I was always supporting this friend when they had events. If they were performing, I would come and support. I'm just that kind of friend, because I try to give people the energy that I want in return. But then I was just thinking about, like, wow, that person, whenever it came to be the other way around, like when I needed them to do something for me, or when I would invite them to do something that was important to me, and can you show up for me to do this and that, it was very, like, non-reciprocated. And now that I think about it too, like, that person had so much weird energy towards me in general. And I recognize that everything isn't so personal, because sometimes people are just doing things because of what they're going through and things like that. But that still doesn't change how they're treating you as a person, and how you should, you know, act accordingly. By the way, you guys, I did my nails today. I redid them. I did the little flame decals today with my polygel kit. Let me know if you like them in the comments down below, if you made it this far. Also, give me a thumbs up if you made it this far. Let me know that you're enjoying this content, and if you like this one-on-one personal type vibe talk, then, you know, I will give you guys more of these videos, because sometimes I feel like I really need to have something concrete to talk about, or like I want to vlog when I'm actually doing something fun. But, you know, during quarantine, there's only so much that's really happening, because everything's closed. And even if everything isn't closed, I'm not out here just doing all this different stuff, because I'm still trying to be safe for the most part and stay in as much as possible. And I'm not really making time to see people that I feel like are not taking the whole pandemic seriously. So, you know, but anyways, back to that. Then I had another friend, which was very awkward, because it's like, me and this friend were supposedly like cool, but I ended up not really liking the other people that this friend is like pretty much best friends with, just because of several different reasons that I don't really have to get into right now. I could, but it's just like, no, because why? Because I don't need people trying to figure out who I'm talking about. Not that it matters, because it is what it is. People know if I don't like them, because I make it clear. But it's just like, why would I continue to try to be friends with someone who is like best friends, or like everything that they do is with people that I don't like? Clearly, you know, the energy is going to be weird. Like, why would I even continue to force this situation? And I feel like maybe I might have just had a crush on this girl. But either way, I realized that definitely, like, even after quarantine is over, not going to be giving any energy to that situation, because it's just like, first of all, they probably all just don't really fuck with me, which is fine. But it's just like, with me knowing that, and knowing that the energy is going to be weird, like, I don't see why I continue to invest in that situation. And then it's just like, you know, sometimes there's another situation, because I've really shed a lot of layers while I've been in quarantine, and it's not even been like on no intentional with everybody. With some people, it has been very intentional, and it's just like, you know what, I just want to separate myself, at least for now, and just focus on myself. This isn't working for me. This isn't making me feel good, so I'll have to cut ties for whatever, you know. It's no shade or whatever. It just felt better to me to make space for new friends, new adventures, let go of the past, stop holding on so tightly to the past. That's another thing about friends too. Like, just because you've been friends with someone for a long time doesn't mean that that person has to always be a substantial part of your life. That doesn't mean that, you know, you guys can't be friends, but you also don't have to force it if it's not natural. I have a lot of friends that are friends or associates that live all over because I've moved around quite a few times. So some of the friends I feel like that I don't see on a regular basis is probably because they live in another state, and it's just like I don't have to force that connection to be the same because we're all growing. You know, a lot of us are taking different making different choices in life, where people are changing, which is great because everybody should change. People are maturing, different things. We're just in a different place, you know. I've been thinking about the place that I was in too with certain people when we became friends, and that's very important too, because sometimes, not with everybody, because I do value long-standing relationships. Like I said in the beginning of this video, I'm super thankful that I have childhood friends that I'm friends with and I see regularly, and I'm super blessed to have that, especially knowing that I don't live in my hometown anymore. But you know, you have to think about where were you mentally when you made certain friends, like, you know. And when you're really fighting for a relationship, it's okay to still recognize that you have love for people, but you might not need to be in that person's life on a regular basis. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's okay to let the relationship kind of slip away if it needs to, and still have that love for that person, and still know how hold those fond memories, and know that it's no beef or nothing like that. But people do grow apart, and we have different situations. You know, people grow. Hopefully you grow into a better person, and sometimes you just, you know, kind of go in different ways, and that's all right. So that's one thing I want to say about that. But there were other people too that I just had to, you know, that I still care about, I love, but I limit contact with a lot of people now. So it's just like, as before, I made myself so available, and that means I'm probably going to pick up the phone for you every single time that you call. I'm always going to, if something's wrong or whatever, or if I feel like something's wrong, yeah, I'm going to pick up, I'm going to be there for you and be that person that you can vent to and things like that. And all of that is fine, and when I feel like I have the energy for it, then I will. But I feel like I've let people in, who I call friends and stuff like that, just have a little bit too much access to me still. You have to make sure that you're in a good place, and that you're in a place, because everybody needs friends to talk to and vent to. That's an amazing thing, and when you find that in people, that's great. But it has to be at a balance, you know. And I know that sometimes there's probably some friends that probably think that maybe I vented to them too much, or, you know, maybe they just weren't in the place to receive so much news or whatever. I don't know. But definitely I learned to limit that to when I can afford to give that energy. But I'm always down to be an encouraging word if someone needs something, or when I do finally talk to people, or when I do decide to be a little bit more open and free with my energy and I want to pick up the phone, I always try to make sure that, you know, it's a good conversation. I uplift whoever I'm talking to, and vice versa, hopefully, and pour into that person good energy. But it's definitely something where I just noticed that ever since I've been putting my energy into myself, whether that's my money, whether that's really just my focus back on myself and on myself only, my quality of life has been so much better. I've been doing so much better for myself. And I think that if you're watching this, if you don't get anything else from this video, I would say put your energy into you, and just make sure that you're good first, and to just be cautious about people that you call friends. And when you are meeting people, it's okay to be vulnerable and be open to making friends. I think that's beautiful. But just keep in mind that, you know, give it some time and see who's worth investing in. Treat your energy like money. Only invest in things that are going to help you grow, things that are going to be beneficial to you. So you need people who are going to be trustworthy, all that different stuff. Only invest in those people. So I'm gonna end it here. If you guys like this video, once again, give me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know how you guys feel about anything that I said, and I will see you guys in the next video. As always, stay cute and stay posh.